Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is News Now at noon.
And thanks so much for joining us for News Now at noon on this Friday. I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Matt Hummel. Now at noon, the investigation into a deadly officer-involved shooting continues.
Plus, a Sinclairville teen is star-flighted following a car crash last night. But first, we check in with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, who's standing by now in the First Defense Weather Center. Hey, Dakota. Happy Friday to you.
Hey, Jay and Matt, and happy Friday. It is finally Friday, thank goodness. And, you know, I often say I'm always ready for the weekend, but I don't know why, because my weekends are often boring and uneventful. I don't know about you. Here's a First Defense Doppler. You can see we've had a few light rain showers passing through the southern tier early this morning, but the bulk of the rain has been toward the north of us in Buffalo northward, which is where we told you the bulk of the rain was going to be yesterday. These are the low temperatures across the region last night. 31 was the low temperature, 34 in Dunkirk, 32 in Erie, and 30 in Olean. So this actually is above average. The average low for this date's around 23 degrees. So this is about 10 degrees above average. And speaking above average, it will be above average today. And the sunset time, I mentioned it earlier, 4:46 is our sunset time through the weekend. But look at this, early next week, 4:47, 4:48. So the days are starting to get longer. That's a good sign that spring is just so close, even though we're not officially in winter yet. So hour by hour temperatures will hover around 40. We actually had some peaks of sunshine earlier, and the clouds have kind of filled back in again. So again, that'll be the case on and off through the afternoon, peaks of sun and clouds. But hey, this is above average by a good 5 or 6 degrees. We'll talk about the rain chances over the weekend with that Quick Solution 7-day later on in the show. Jay and Matt.
All right, Dakota, thank you. Our top story. Chautauqua County District Attorney Patrick Swanson's office is utilizing body camera footage from Fredonia Police Patrolman Nathan Shiverman, who was the officer involved in a deadly shooting on Monday. That same footage was previously used by members of the State Attorney General's office, who determined that the shooting didn't require further involvement of their office. Now, Swanson told WNY News Now Thursday afternoon that the investigation remains ongoing and that it'll continue until all necessary information is gathered.
The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office says a 17-year-old Sinclairville teen suffered an apparent medical condition before his car landed in a ditch. That was last night in Sinclairville. The teen, a male, reportedly suffered serious physical injuries as a result of that accident. He was star-flighted to Hammett Hospital in Erie for treatment. Authorities say no charges are currently pending in the accident.
And Jamestown police say they responded to a report of a fight involving a weapon last night in the area of Newton Avenue and Weeks Street. In custody is 20-year-old Kyle Colburn, who allegedly chased and threatened a male victim with a metal hammer. Colburn was arrested without incident. Police say he's charged with second-degree menacing. He was taken to city jail where he now awaits arraignment.
And a Dunkirk man was sentenced yesterday to 6.5 years in prison for possession with intent to distribute an opioid substance. Federal prosecutors say 40-year-old Anthony Deloniak began to receive packages in May of 2017 containing substances with the street names U4 and Molly. Both are Schedule I controlled substances. And in September of 2017, officers executed a search warrant at Deloniak's residence, and they recovered the controlled substances as well as items used in the distribution of the items. A book titled, quote, How to Manufacture Methamphetamine was also recovered, along with more than $12,000 in U.S. currency.
That's interesting. I didn't know they made books like that out there. I figured since meth is a drug that most publishing companies wouldn't go with something like that. But I guess as long as you legally don't do it, it's okay.
Well, I mean, I would bet. I know they do. Now thinking about it,
it's kind of silly to think.
I mean, I would, in all seriousness, I would think that because there has to be some sort of lawful manufacturing of it somewhere maybe like in a laboratory for like scientific purposes.
Oh, so like maybe the CDC or something.
Yeah.
You know, don't they have like a big time capsule of all drugs and
Yep.
stuff? So I guess somewhere along the line,
Somebody got their hands on that book.
I don't know. It's interesting. We should have our producer check Amazon and see if it's on there. Saying hello to Donna. Thanks so much for being here. She says, love those temperatures. And me too, Donna. It's certainly feeling kind of like Indian summer in December. In a way, if
Well,
you think about it.
the real question is, Cindy, what's the temperature in Tennessee? Or is it hot, cold? What were we looking at down there?
Didn't you guys just get a bunch of snow?
Well, North Carolina did, but
North
I'm sure
Carolina did.
I'm not sure where Humboldt is located in the state. Maybe
Yeah.
they got some too, depending on where it is.
That would be very interesting to see. So let us know, Cindy, if and send us your warm air this way.
Please do.
Coming up next, New York State Police, they're cracking down on drunk drivers this holiday. What they're telling drivers coming up.
And later on, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He'll key us in on what we can expect this weekend weather-wise when News Now at noon returns.
Keep your car running smooth this winter at Express Bike and Auto, located at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension right here in Jamestown. They're your one-stop shop for all of your automotive needs. Looking for a new ride? Express Bike and Auto even sells vehicles. And guess what? Financing is available. What are you waiting for? Visit Express Bike and Auto at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension today.
Coming soon to downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops Restaurant and Tavern. The full-service restaurant will carry a wide array of craft brews, wines, and food pairings to make your taste buds sing. Enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week, including a Sunday brunch buffet. A truly one-of-a-kind experience coming soon.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
New York State Police and other local law enforcement agencies are participating in the national Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign. Drivers can expect to see sobriety checkpoints along with more troopers on roadways during this campaign. In addition to the DWI checkpoints and patrols, troopers will be watching for distracted drivers, vehicle occupants who are not properly buckled up, and drivers violating the Move Over law. During last year's crackdown, state police say they issued over 40,000 tickets. Of those tickets, more than 13,000 were for speeding, more than 1,000 were for distracted driving, and more than 500 for the Move Over law. In addition, there were also 645 people arrested for DWI, and unfortunately 10 people were killed in motor vehicle crashes. Now, this traffic enforcement campaign is funded by the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
And you know, Matt, they say if you're going to drink and drive, don't do it because you will end up locked up. It's a very serious thing. Do not drink. If you're going to drink, please don't drive. Get a ride because a lot of people could very much suffer from some of your actions. Well, Chautauqua County District Attorney Patrick Swanson has recently applied for state grants to help in various areas of his office. Swanson says it's critical for his office to obtain this funding.
Both provide essentially all the funding for two of my prosecutors, along with investigators. So it's vital that we get those because without it, we have two less attorneys, which puts us even further behind when it comes to the number of attorneys we have staffing the office.
Now, the Chautauqua County Legislature must vote to approve the acceptance of the grant money. Swanson says he anticipates that they will. For more on the grants specifically, you can check out our story at WNYNewsNow.com.
And there's good news for those who ride the county bus. CARTS announced this week that they are offering a free rides on fixed routes next Friday. Free Friday Fixed Routes, as it's dubbed, will be held next Friday for riders in both Dunkirk and Jamestown. They will be able to hop on the Dunkirk green and red routes at no cost from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Down here in Jamestown, city fixed routes of Willard, Baker, Southwest Express, North Main, Lakewood, and Falconer, they're also going to have no cost, and that is from 6 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Certainly is good news for a lot of people. Kind of almost like a little Christmas present, I guess, from the County Carts Committee. So, in a way, man, I'm kind of happy. This B-roll is obviously from earlier in this year when there wasn't so much snow. But kind of happy that they moved the South County hub away from our office here in downtown Jamestown next to the Department of Health and Human Services at the county building there, because even though I'm sure that was good for a lot of people in a central location, now they have an even better location by City Hall. But boy, we had a lot of buses traveling.
Well, yeah, we had a lot of buses, and really we've heard a lot of people talk about the lack of parking downtown.
Right.
So if there was a, quote, lack of parking before, then you have this.
Had that, right. It just added on to it, certainly. So it looks like good afternoon to Bruce chiming in here. Says, good afternoon to you both. He says, hey, Matt, I bowl with your mom. So she is so cool. So that's awesome.
Hey, bowling runs in the family.
Matt is a great bowler.
Well,
let me tell you.
Yeah, I don't know about that. And I haven't bowled in a long time.
Yeah, we should do a company bowling. I think that'd be kind of fun. We could have like a bowling community outreach and just invite everybody in.
Well, since we have a quick second, Bruce, if you're still... That was Bruce, right? Yes, it was Bruce. Bruce, do you use a plastic ball or a reactive ball? That's the real question. Do you know the difference, Justin? Okay, so a plastic ball, this is what a lot of people that maybe either don't bowl very often or a lot of young bowlers or even anyone that's just beginning, they'll use it so that, first it's lighter. It's a lighter ball. There's no core in the middle of the ball, so it allows you basically just to throw the ball straight. You can't really throw a hook. A reactive ball is a ball that has like the core in the middle that allows the ball to hook. Mm-hmm. You know how professional bowlers usually hook a ball, so they'll like throw it, it'll come right this and it'll come back in. Yeah, that's a reactive ball. Huh. And now I have one of those, but again, I don't bowl anymore, so.
Right.
Anybody want a bowling ball? No, I'm kidding. I want to keep it forever.
Real quick. Cindy was chiming in. She said it looks like northern portions of where she's at got quite a bit of snow, but right now she's in the 50s. So, Cindy, please send that our way if you can.
Please do. Please do.
Coming up next, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He's standing by with a look at our weekend forecast. I don't think we'll see 60s, but it's pretty darn close.
I'll take it. But you know what I'll also take later on? There's going to be penguins on parade. These cute critters will be here when News Now at Noon continues.
We'll be right back.
The Fitness Bunker in Lakewood is a locally owned and operated club that cares about your health and wellness. They invest in it. Right now, enter their 30-day challenge, where for only $69, you get 30 days of unlimited everything. That's right, everything, along with 2 one-on-one personal training sessions. Then, if you lose 10 pounds, you'll get the next month free. Plus, the first place winner will get 2 Buffalo Bills tickets or a $100 gift card. Details right now on the Fitness Bunker's Facebook page.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now. First Defense Weather is sponsored by Quick Solutions of Jamestown. Count on Quick Solutions for printing, copying, mass mailings, and so much more. Part of your team. Learn more at QuickSolutionsUSA.com. That's QuickSolutionsUSA.com.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
And welcome back. And, speaking about bowling, I suck at bowling. I actually I'm going to see if I can dig it up. There's a fun video of me several years ago out with a couple friends bowling, and it's the most hilarious thing you'll ever see because my balls go whoop right into the gutter. I'm not good at any sport I play. So, yeah, that's just the way it goes. This is the Sky Vision camera coming from the Erie Bayfront. Those are peaks of sunshine that you see. Finally, we see that big yellow orb in the sky for the first time in who knows how long. 46 with a southeast wind of 7, and of course with a southeast wind that is obviously going to warm up our temperatures. Weather headlines, peaks of sun for you this afternoon. Rejoice, get out there and enjoy it. Now the 40s will hang around through the weekend. That's the good news. And rain showers will come our way mainly Sunday, and as colder air starts to filter, and that'll change it back over to snow on Sunday night, as often is the case. Colder air filters back in, as I said, for early next week. And looking out into voodoo country, there's that possibility of maybe a Christmas or after Christmas storm. It's way out there, but that's something that we're keeping an eye on. And some of the models are showing a deep system riding along the East Coast after Christmas. So that's something we'll keep an eye on. If you're going out to ski today, these are the ski conditions. Again, peak and peak, no change. 6 to 20 inch base with a machine groom surface. Holiday Valley has a base of 8 to 29 inches with a machine groom surface. Hollymont open today. So if you're a fan of Hollymont, 12 to 32 inches with a machine groom packed powder surface. And Mount Pleasant down in PA says they're going to open sometime next week. They're going to be moving the snow on Monday, so they're hoping to open next week. News Now cam again. We had like full sunshine on this camera just an hour ago, but now the clouds have really started to filter back in. The current temperature, it's 39. It's above average. That's good news with a south wind at 10, and the wind chill is at freezing. So again, it's feeling more like freezing when you step outside when you have that south wind, but hey, we'll take it compared to 20s. It's 46 already in Dunkirk, 36 in Olean, almost 50 degrees in Erie. Look at that. And Erie's actually passed their forecasted high already. Erie may tap into maybe 50 before the day's done and over with. So very mild day. Get out and enjoy it. First Defense Doppler, again, the bulk of the rain today has been north of here in Buffalo near the Lake Ontario shoreline. We've had a few little spotty, light rain showers coming through the southern tier early this morning. And all of this moisture is coming from the south. We're kind of, this actually is like a fork because this end of it here is actually going this way. This part of it is the part that's going to be clipping us, and it's going this way. So this is going 2 different directions, and so we're being split in half by different moisture here, and because of the track, it's going to barely clip us. We'll show that to you here on Future Scan. The rain today, Buffalo northward. The remainder of the day, dry. Same thing for tonight. Maybe a few little isolated showers, but not out of the question for tomorrow morning. Same thing pops up for the southern tier early tomorrow. Maybe a few little scattered showers, but it's all going to be out of here for the afternoon. Now, looking out, this is on Saturday. You can see this bulk of rain. I've been mentioning all week that this is going to be a big flooding issue for parts of the mid-Atlantic that just got a whole ton of snow. When you get into these yellows that indicate the heavier amounts of rainfall. Now, this is going into Sunday as the colder air filters in, it starts to change it over to snow, and this model's placing it to the east. Kind of thinking it's going to be a little bit further to the west. So rain and snow likely Sunday night as the colder air starts to filter in. And the good news is no major impacts from the rain here, but all the big rain issues are going to be down to our south. These yellows and oranges indicate 3, 4, 5 inches of rain. So definitely a big flooding issue down there. Nothing like that in Western New York. So that's the good news. Zone by zone we go. First of all, we'll start at the Lake Erie shoreline. Erie's already at this 48-degree high, so we think Erie may squeeze out 49.50 before the day is done and over with, but very warm and mild with partial sunshine for you. Get out and enjoy it. Same thing once you work eastward, lower to mid-40s out here. Cloud breaks leading to some afternoon sunshine for you. Next 7 days are on that screen of yours. 47 tomorrow, and then the cold air starts to filter in Sunday. That knocked us back down to 40. And Tuesday, we're not going to make it out of the 20s, but at least we'll see some sunshine. But it looks like we start to warm up once again as we go to the middle of next week. Sports is next, so don't you go away.
I just love to be with the dogs, and I like to do them one at a time. They don't wait for 5 hours in my shop. We have full groom, which includes everything from A to Z, nails, of course brushing, any trimming that needs to be done. I do offer teeth brushing, which is a little extra. So if he takes me 2 hours, it's $40. If he takes me 3 hours, I still keep it down. As long as the dog comes back happy and not at the door, I'm happy.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day. Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk, or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
It is Friday, sports fans. Welcome back to News Now at Noon. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. Speaking of bowling to my coworkers of the news, this afternoon, the Jamestown Red Raiders bowling teams will face off against the Dunkirk Marauders. The contest will take place at Lucky Lanes Bowling Alley in Fredonia. The competition will start at 3:30. In other sports, the JHS varsity wrestling team will be competing this afternoon as they will travel to square off against ECIC Standpoint in Lockport. First match will be at 3 o'clock. Tonight, with a 7 o'clock puck drop, the Jamestown Rebels will begin a quick 2-game road stretch against the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights. Jamestown is currently in second in the East Division with 33 points, 1 point ahead of the New Jersey Titans. Wilkes-Barre is in fourth in the same division with 23 points. Puck drop for Saturday's game will be at 3 o'clock. With a paid subscription, the games can be watched on Hockey TV. On Sunday at 1 o'clock, the 4-9 Buffalo Bills will be hosting the 5-8 Detroit Lions. Buffalo has lost their last 2 games by a total of 8 points. Detroit, meanwhile, won their last game 17-3 against Arizona. The game will be televised on Fox. Fans can also watch the game on either the NFL app or on NFL Sunday Ticket. Justin and Matt, back to you.
Alrighty, Norm, thank you. Students at Washington Middle School are getting into the holiday season spirit, and they showed it by creating their own felt Christmas stockings. The stockings were a project in Sherry Brandy's Family and Consumer Sciences classes. The students used patterns from the internet and cut and sewed them by hand, learning the running and overcast stitches. The materials came from the Teacher's Desk in Buffalo. It's a place where teachers can shop for free for books, student supplies, and teacher supplies. The Teacher's Desk distributes free supplies for students in need.
Oh, that's a pretty cool story there, Matt. I never knew that there was such a place for teachers. I know a lot of times when they're cutting school budgets, one of the first things that they do cut is supplies. And sometimes teachers and students and their parents are forced to have to cough up that money. So really cool place and cool story, and look like some cool artwork as well.
Oh, that's always good.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I was in, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut
No, go ahead.
At my Washington days, I think it was still called Family and Consumer Sciences, but it's home ec. That's what it is.
Right. It's like you learn how to vacuum and cook and not starve.
Back then, we were tasked with making our own pillows, and mine came out so horribly. Yeah. And you have the fabric and the stuffing, and then you sew it with the sewing machine. Mine came out so horrible.
Me too.
I think I still have mine. I don't know, I'll have to look for it. But, I mean, it was so awful. I mean, I'm bad.
Me too. I just went, got the grade and left.
Get the W, right?
I mean, I think it's a great thing that I'm good at weather because I am a complete domestic disaster.
Real quick,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I just real quick. I want to wish a big happy birthday to Cindy. She is celebrating 59 years today. So I know we commented Cindy, but I just wanted to tell you from all of us, and we really appreciate your viewership and
especially
your time
from Tennessee.
Tennessee.
You know, it's
so
interesting. I had a conversation with somebody who will remain nameless one time, but somebody that used to live and work in Tennessee, and they were watching our show one time, and they were surprised to see we had somebody from Tennessee.
Right. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, so Cindy, thank you.
Absolutely. So, and she watches pretty much every day.
Yes.
So we always appreciate that and look forward to seeing it. So now, Dakota, you can look at
We've gone national. Here's the Quick Solution 7-Day coming up right now. And again, the 40s are here to stay. 43, 47, 40 for the weekend. Colder air filters in Sunday night. That'll take us back down. We'll struggle to hit 30 on Tuesday, but the good news is we start to warm back up again going into late next week. And somebody said here, Thomas said, looks like a green Christmas. Can't say for sure. There are signs on the longer range computer models that could be a storm right before Christmas that could drop some snow, but that's way out in voodoo country, but that's something. And of course, next week we'll give you all the details on that once we get the new model data in. So stay tuned.
Absolutely.
And we'll have to look at the weather for Christmas of 2019 sometime.
Yes. We'll start that on January 1st.
You
we'll
got
start
it.
that doing a 65-day forecast.
Awesome, Dakota. Well, in the last couple of minutes here, wanted to start something a little new at WNY News Now. Time for a check of our Friday feel-good headlines. And today, the Pittsburgh Zoo and PPG Aquarium, well, they're celebrating the cold weather, although now it's getting a little warmer, with the Penguins on Parade. That's the event they have every Saturday and Sunday this winter from 11:30 a.m. Animal lovers are invited to watch the facility's penguins frolic outside the aquarium. Now, it has been colder than 45. It has to be colder than 45 degrees in order for this to work. So maybe this weekend isn't 100% good for them. But so far, weather conditions have been working in their favor. Now, according to the aquarium's website, the penguins could parade from anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. So visitors are encouraged to show up early and get a nice view of them. Isn't that so cute?
Let's go.
So cute.
I mean, how can you not think penguins are cute? Those things, I love penguins. I actually have a whole ton of stuffed animal penguins that I bought at the Aquarium of Niagara. I mean, I wish we could have penguins as pets. I mean, they're just so cute and lovable. How can you not love these things? I even have boxers with penguins on them, for God's sakes.
Hey, we have breaking news, don't we, Justin?
What's the
right here. Read it. Right here.
Oh, another Cindy from Tennessee. Oh, Cindy Harper is joining us. Wow, it's the two Cindys on Friday.
I love it.
Cindy Parade.
Thank you. It's a Cindy Parade. Yeah, we could have one of those. Hey, that was cute. So if you have any local Friday feel-goods that you want us to know about, obviously Pittsburgh is a little drive, but if you have anything you want to send us our way, do so by hitting us up here on Facebook and at WNYNewsNow.com. Another live look here at the HD News Now cam. Wow, look at the sun.
Is that the sun peeking?
That is
or
something.
What is that?
No, that's the sun probably burning through the camera lens.
Uh-oh.
Our engineers will probably... It has that protective sheath. Do you remember when we had that?
Yeah.
Yep.
It has that
When it
on it,
broke,
so
yeah.
we should be okay. But that is the sun.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood that the protective sheet holds. So that'll do it for us today. Of course, news continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com, and we are back on Monday. We'll see you then.